answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Derrick Henry, and not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Check out. Watch the safety creep.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Down. 50, hey, no, right there in the middle. 55. Switch up.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Let's go now. 15 on it. Hey, I'm coming. Deuce.
On third down, Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Titans. Marcus Mariota, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Derrick Henry. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Brissett. That one into the hands of Kane. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brissett sets to throw it. He finds Taylor. Complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I got you, punk. Check three. One. Check. Fresno. Hey, switch gears.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right there in the middle, 55. I'm trying to collect.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Mike 55. Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Mike.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Gain of 24 yards. That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Brissett going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 7, Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the pass. Slam.
Another try for Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Penny. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taylor now returning it. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Play action now. Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. To throw, Brissett. This goes to Mack on the check down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. From the red zone now, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. 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 Check 49. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now it's Penny. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby side.
Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a party now. It's a party.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He completes this one to Mack. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Let's go.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. First down, Mariota. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Drop deep, drop deep. Go. 54, 64. Wait.
To throw is Brissett. Short little throw to Ebron. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football.
at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing, Mariota. He's got it complete, Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Penny. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Brissett on 1st down. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Under 10. 10. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Val Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot